Hey, what's going on YouTube? CJ back in the flesh once again. I know you guys probably wondering where the hell has CJ been? CJ's been working. CJ has been living life and just handling business. Long story short, but the Be Easy Reef has continued to run and continue to do its thing, keep doing what it do. But unfortunately, we have ran into another bout of some issues. As you guys probably can't see clearly on the camera, there is some voided spaces on the rockwork. So we're going to dive more into that issue in a future video when I can kind of focus more on what has happened and kind of share what my thoughts were. But I want to try to support those thoughts with more testing. So by testing, meaning I'm going to be sending off some additional ICP tests to try to find out what's going on with my water and hopefully put an end to the issue. So yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys there as far as a cliffhanger, but I will be updating you that here soon. This video is going to be a little different. As you guys know, I love automation. I love being hands-free on my tank, and up until this point, the only thing I've used is going to be the MP Trident and the normal Trident for testing parameters, but there are other parameters involved in my reef tank that I'm interested in, tracking and keeping an idea of what's going on trend wise, and maybe, just maybe, that may be part of what's going on in my tank. So to assist with that, I have been lucky enough to be given us another sponsored item. That's right, guys. Reef Kinetics, Reef Bot Lab. So this is another aquarium tester that I will be putting on the Be Easy Reef. Now, what do I know about it? Absolutely nothing. From other reviews on YouTube, it's pretty much the most experience I've had with this. I've never personally had one, so this is going to be a real first thought, first look, first impression, experience, and all of that with the Reef Bot Lab. Now, as you guys, if you don't know, it is a aquarium tester that tests a lot more than the normal, alkalinity, magnesium, calcium. It tests multiple parameters, I believe up to 16 different parameters within your reef tank. So I already got my main 5 covered here. I'm going to try to cover the other elements with the Reef Bot Lab. So we're going to open it up, give you guys a quick look at it for those who are not familiar with it, give you my first thoughts, and then hopefully by the end of this, you guys got an idea of what the game plan is and my purpose for using the Reef Bot Lab. So without further ado, let's get to it. All right, let's take a look inside to see what's included with the Reef Bot Lab. Now, fun fact, this package was sent overseas and surprisingly arrived in one piece. Didn't say, have any damage to the box or any scratches or anything else that showed signs of wear and tear. But once we got this open, removed all the protective coverings, bubble wrap, styrofoams, remove the unit from the box, the power supply, all the test tubes and valves and all of that. This is the final result on the kitchen table, and this is kind of what was included. But first impressions, guys, it looks like just a normal tester. Well, I say normal because I've been in the hobby long enough to kind of feel this is normal, but for someone that's new, definitely I can see how this could be intimidating. It does have some decent size to it, so as far as mounting it or placement beside the tank, it's definitely going to be something to consider. And the weight of it was around, I would say, 5 to 10 pounds, probably closer to 10 pounds. But once I got this opened and all the panels removed, I was finally able to see what was underneath, and including the waistline, the fill lines, and the different ports as far as networking and connecting it to your Wi-Fi in your house are available, and also the motorized components. I'm not really familiar with how they work yet. From my understanding, I believe you will be adding the test valves and the syringes, and it'll be automatic as far as spinning around, drawing fluids, using the motorized portions up top. There's a computer in here that also runs it and helps you communicate via Bluetooth to the app that's included with this on your phone. So it's a lot more questions and answers that I have right now. It's just kind of my first thoughts looking at it. The size of the test valves is not really big, but they also include larger ones on the side. I'll show you here in a moment. But it looks like it's easy to get to once you remove the panels. But that is definitely going to be something to consider as far as placement once I finally get this thing installed beside the tank, making sure I can access all of these parts of the unit, as far as replacing valves, reagents, and all those kind of things. But it definitely gives me industrial vibes. If I was to say that, definitely looks like it is a machine, without a doubt. It's a machine that is gonna, take advantage of all of these larger test valves they included. The syringes, the test tubes, and all those kind of things. It literally is gonna basically be a machine that does all of the hand testing for you. So, less hands on the tank, less time needed to maintain parameters is always a good thing. But the question is going to be, how well does it work? So, like I said, this is going to be the first unboxing kind of thoughts and looking at it, including the power supply. I am happy that it only has 2 prongs and not 3, so that makes more plug options available for me. But that pretty much is it, guys. All right, we are back. Let me finish my last sip of the Be Easy sauce. If you already know I like my Be Easy sauce, and I'm curious for those that still have it, is your Be Easy mug still surviving and still around in 2024? Original subscribers, supporters know I launched and sold these years ago. I'm thinking about bringing them back, maybe a bourbon glass this time, but just curious. But let's get back focused on the topic at hand. It's going to be the Be Easy Reef, and it's going to be automation and testing. The Reef Kinetics Reef Bot Lab. Now, I will tell you guys, the main purpose for me using this, besides being able to test it and sharing the kind of results of real user experience with you all, is to try to track the additional trends in my system. I'm testing the main 5 parameters that I thought were important, but some of the minor trace elements, the potassium, the iodine, and different things that I can take advantage of with the Reef Bot Lab. I'm curious. I mean, I have a legit curiosity and a legit yearning or urge to continue to learn in the hobby, correlating data with the results in my tank. So that's where I'm at with it now, and I'm hoping that after this additional testing and automation is installed on the Be Easy Reef, that I can kind of gain more insight, because I'm still as humble as they come, guys. I'm not an expert, I'm not a novice, but I'm definitely still not there with being able to keep things alive without any issues, for years at a time. I don't know how those guys do it. I'm not there yet, but I'm going to use every tool I can to try to help me get there, right? So with that being said, I am curious if anyone out there has already used the Reef Bot Lab. What is your favorite reagents, your favorite test kits that you've integrated into the system? Whether it's API, Salifert, Red Sea, I'm sure there's multiple other test kits that are compatible with it. If you have experience with it, share it down below. Please let me know what you prefer, because I will take that into account as I'm getting this set up here in the very near future. But as far as my original thoughts, when I got this thing out of the box, it definitely was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. It feels more man-made. I don't know how to describe it. It doesn't feel like it was built on an assembly line with machines and just mass-produced or something like that. And you can tell by some of the imprecision, so to speak, like how the panels fit within the unit to cover it up. There's clear kind of still cut marks where it's not sanded or it's not as smooth or refined in some areas of the unit, but you can also tell it has a real purpose, meaning it was built to test. Literally, there's nothing on it that's there just for show or anything. Besides the LED along the top of it, it's really a machine built for what it's built for. So I'm really interested in seeing how it works, how loud it is, how consistent it is as far as not needing to be maintenance or service that often. I'm really gonna do my best to give it a clear, unbiased opinion, even though I already have some automation testers here, as you guys can see. So not replacing these with that. I'm not, replacing anything at all. I'm gonna use everything together to help benefit the Be Easy Reef and benefit me as far as my knowledge in the hobby. So as far as, like I said, first impressions, seems like a solid device. I have to see it in action, but the construction, the way it's made, it seems like it's going to get the job done. So, like I said, quick review, quick first thoughts, first look, so to speak. But we really can't get to the meat and potatoes of it until we get it installed and until we get it going. So, For those that are sticking around, kind of just waiting to see what's going on with the BZ Reef, that video is coming, guys. I just want to make sure I gave the Reef Bot Lab its own first look, and then we're going to dive into the BZ Reef in the next video and kind of share what's been going on over the last couple of months or so that I've been missing. So I think it's a good video to wrap up. It's been going on long enough. So hey, hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, you guys keep doing what y'all do. Y'all be easy and happy reefing. Peace.